Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your Bodyweight Strength Basics workout. This is a no equipment, full body workout where we're gonna go back to the basics. So your basic movement patterns, your lunges, your hinges, your push and pull, all with no equipment, all in a way that you can progress or take it down depending on your fitness level. This workout is great for beginners or anyone getting back into fitness or anyone who just wants to take it back to basics and work hard. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's start just by marching our feet, pumping our arms. We're gonna take just a minute to get the blood flowing, get our bodies warmed up. So we're gonna be literally getting our bodies warm, getting our body's core temperature up. We can roll those shoulders to the back. And we're gonna be moving in some of the movement patterns we're gonna be working in today. Again, this is a basics workout. That means, yes, we can keep it accessible to beginners, or what I like to call beginners. Maybe you're getting back into fitness, but you can also make this workout more challenging. Each round is gonna be a little bit different. We're sticking with basic movement patterns. Let's take those arms out right through here. And we're going to be keeping it all no equipment. So we're gonna shift our weight side to side, just drawing those hips to the back as you keep it straight leg, bent leg, little side lunge. If you want, you can add a little step out into it. So getting some mobility as we get our bodies warmed up, and then we jump in. We just have 2 circuits today. Each of them has 3 exercises. Some of them are right side, left side. And let's take it here. We're gonna take those arms up to an I, then take them down, out to a Y, and then out to a T. I really want you to try to bring those shoulders back. We're all pretty tight through here, right? You probably feel it. Try to do that without arching your back or rolling forward. Now, if you wanna add on to this, we can add a hinge. We're gonna drive our hips to the back, hinge, straight up. Looks like this. Out to your Y, out to your T, right here. So your hinge, we're driving the hips to the back. We're not folding forward. That's gonna be important because we're gonna have that in our second round. So basic movement patterns, lunges, upper body push, some core stability and some core movement, flexion, extension, and rotation, hinges, upper body pull, and more. All right, let's take it right here. Little rolls of the hips. You can keep it small if you need to. Right through here, you can add the shoulders. So 3 exercises in these 2 circuits, you'll go through 3 times. Can we take it to a little squat right here? You can start small. If you can open up those knees and get a little deeper, I love it because we'll really get that hip opener. Again, another basic movement pattern, a squat. We do it all the time. We need to train for it. Of course, go to a level that's good for you. If you can't get this low, that's okay. Just opening up the hips, working through here. Let's add a little press up with those arms, big reach. Arms out nice and wide. Here to here. And then we're gonna tap those feet back. So start just tapping back. You're opening up the hips this way. And then let's take those arms, little pull down, right? So I'm squeezing in my back here, right? Tap, tap, right here. One more, and we can hold it right here. You can just hold it here and get that stretch. If you're able to get a little lower, either down on the knee or up here, hand down, reaching it up, world's greatest stretch. We're gonna reach in and up. If you need to keep it up standing, that's okay too. We are gonna be going down to the mat for our upper body and our core today, but I'm gonna give you options as we go. Go ahead and stand up again. Take it to that other side, sit back. You can hang out here, or if you want, either down on the knee or here, big reach. Reach through and up. So 3 exercises for 3 circuits. Go ahead and step in, slowly roll up the back, feeling that roll through the spine. And we're gonna tap it, reach across. So each one, we get a little shorter in time. 40 seconds of work for that first round, followed by 20 seconds of rest. Then we have 30 seconds of work for round 2, 20 seconds for round 3. Here's what's different. Round 2, we're gonna add a little movement, something a little different about it, but you can always keep it with that basic round. We're bringing those hamstrings up. If you want to keep it a tap, that works too. Do what's best for you. And then that last round, we're gonna have some version of what we call isometric. So that's where you're not moving, but you are contracting those muscles. You're not lengthening or shortening the muscles, but you are contracting. I'll give you with options with that as well. You can always stay with that first round, which is our back to basics round. Speaking of, we're gonna take it here. So go ahead and breathe. Grab water if you need it. We're gonna take one foot forward. I'm starting with my right. We're gonna step back. It's a stationary lunge, and we're gonna take it slow. We're gonna go down for 2, up for 2 for 40 seconds. If you need balance, hand on the wall or a sturdy chair, a countertop. If you can't get that low, that's okay. You can also take it to a little tap back. But 40 seconds, stationary lunge, down for 2. Here we go. Down, 2, up, 2. Now we're starting with this. We're calling this our basics round. All of it is basics, but because I really want you to work on that range of motion. We're going slow. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to get super fast with it. And I want you to really think, can I get that stretch through my hip flexor? Can I have that front leg working, weight in the heel? If you feel a little steady, that's okay. It's unsteady. It's a balance exercise. But again, if you need some balance, take it. If you need to keep it a little higher, that's okay too. You're gonna hear me say this a lot. Be where you are today. You do you. It's your workout. And relax. Shake that out. We're gonna take it to the same thing, other side. So other foot forward. You're stepping back on what we call train tracks, not a tightrope. You wanna be hip distance apart as you drop that knee. If we're here, we're gonna feel really unsteady, but really think nice and wide this way. Down for 2. Here we go. Down, 2, up for 2. Thinking about good posture. So my shoulders are right underneath my ears, shoulders above the rib cage and the hips. Now, it's okay if you lean forward a little bit into a little bit of that hinge. What we don't want is rounding of the back, right? Or here. Really thinking, both legs are working, but that front leg is taking more of the work, all right? So if you need to lean a little bit into that, that's okay too. Now, as we progress this, you can always come back to this first exercise. And relax, shake it out. All right, team, so now we're gonna take it to a little walkout. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it to that inchworm here and walk it out. This is gonna work into our upper body push. If that is not right for you, I want you to take it to your knees, walk it out here, and walk it back. All right, inchworm, here we go. Right through here, walking it out, and then walk it back. So often we do this as a mobility move or in our warm-ups because we really get that work all through our upper body and core, but we also get a stretch through our back. Now, as we progress this, we're gonna add a little push-up, but don't worry, we're gonna talk you through it. And breathe. Up to you. You can also just take it about halfway if this is maybe a better option for you, or on the wall, and relax. All right, now let's take it down onto our back. All right, if you need to have a standing version of this move, you're just gonna do opposite arm, opposite leg. It's a dead bug. It's generally pretty user-friendly for most of us, but if you need to, you can just do a march, just here, leg slides, if you're able. We're here to here, we're bringing it in. Now, you can also, again, just toe tap or march, if that's a better option for you. Stack that core, 3, 2, 1. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So I really want you to take your time and feel the core doing the work. Even though we're getting mobility through the arms and the legs, through those limbs, as they go away from each other, you feel that stretch. So feel that tightening. This is a core stability move. We're gonna add the movement, the flexion and the rotation in our second round. But right now you can just be here. And again, a great option is just to do a march with feet down or with feet up. Up to you. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees in. Meet me back onto your feet. Now, part of the workout is getting down and up. If that's something that is hard for you, I want you to work on taking your time, but doing it with good movement patterns, right? Not feeling like you have to jump up or jump back down. All right, we're back to that lunge. Watch me here. Instead of our stationary slow lunge, we're gonna tap back into a reverse lunge and bring it up. It's only 30 seconds. Join me, here we go. And up. If that's not right for you, you can just tap it back and not get as low, but still have that front leg doing the work. You're still stepping back on those train tracks. You don't have to rush it, even though we're mixing it up a little bit. And again, you can always just go to that slow lunge that we did in the beginning. We're just adding some movement to it, increasing the movement. Last one, and breathe, shake it out. So as we do that, we're making it a little tougher for our balance and our core. That's a good thing. We're making this front leg have to stabilize a little bit more. But if that's not where you are in your journey, just keep it slow or just do a tap back and don't get as low. Here we go, other side. Down and up. Again, if you need the balance, grab onto the wall, a countertop, a couch, a chair, whatever helps you. And if getting low is not right, tap back. This is my favorite modification for a lunge because you can really get that front leg working hard without having to get as low. 10 seconds, right? A little different. Maybe you're feeling it a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. All right, team, now we're back to that walkout. So meet me down on the mat. If you need to do this on the wall, you could take it on the wall. Here's what we've got. You're gonna walk out from your knees. If you wanna come up here for that push-up, you can, or you stay on your knees, you do a push-up, and you walk it back, little stretch. So you're walking from the child's pose stretch all the way to that push-up. Push-up can be small range of motion, whatever is best for you. Here we go. So walk it out, push up, walk it back, stretch. And I want you to remember this option. If you're somebody maybe like me who doesn't love push-ups, remember this option of walking it back into that stretch. Our last round, we're gonna take a little bit more of a regular push-up approach, but you do not have to be on your toes. In fact, you can even shorten it and be a little bit more on all fours if that's right for you. Stretch it out. Hopefully that felt like a little more of a fun push-up than when we're just cranking them out, right? All right, join me on your back again. Now, if that dead bug felt challenging for you, either here or just with a little tap or tap here, keep that. If you wanna add to it, we're gonna add a little slow bicycle. You can also do this with one foot on the ground or from a standing position. So your pick, you can stay with the dead bug or join me here. Here we go. We're not going fast with this, we're just adding more movement. So now we're flexing in our spine and we're also rotating. Within that, I still want you to be thinking that your movement is coming from the center, this deep core, right? So every time you move, it's from the core. Even if you've got one foot on the ground and you're doing this one, you're coming from here. It's not your arms, it's not your legs, it's here. 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees in. All right, team, let's take it up one more time. Take your time coming up, and if at any point you need a longer rest in between, we got a breather coming after this, you can always hit pause. It's your workout. All right, 20 seconds. Here's what we've got. We're gonna hold that lunge down, 20 seconds. We're gonna focus on our form. We're gonna get that leg burning. If that's not right for you, you pick slow lunge or reverse lunge. Join me here, nice and wide. Here we go. So we're holding the lunge. Again, if you need that balance. Now these isometric moves are just as important because again, you can feel it. Those muscles are contracting. We have to stabilize. How often are we doing something, fixing something around the house, doing something where we have to hold a position? Important to train for it. Relax, right? Good little burn, but remember it's only 20 seconds. Again, take it nice and wide. Let's take the other one. Here we go. Again, if that's not right for you, you can do that slow lunge we did in the beginning, or you can do that reverse lunge. If you can, I want you to hold it low, just above that floor. Weight in this heel, feel the core engaging, feel the burn, but also this stretch. for 3, 2, 1. Meet me on the mat. Yes. All right, this time we're gonna do little push-ups and we're gonna tap our shoulders in between. All right, so you can do it on the wall if that's a better option. You can be on your knees here, or toes. Any of those options will do. We've got 20 seconds. Here we go. So you're tapping. You can be like me. I'm gonna do the push-up on my knees. I'm gonna come up to the plank for my shoulders. I have a hard time with one shoulder, especially on the push-up motion, but the plank I'm okay. So you can mix between the two, but you can also just be here or here. 3, 2, 1, and relax, stretch it out. One of the things I really want to work with on you all is knowing that there's nothing you can't do. You may adjust it or modify it like I did with that push-up, or you may have, but you still did a push-up. All right, last one. Here's what we've got, team. If you wanna just do a hold here, you can. If you're able, we're gonna extend those legs out, extend those arms out. We call this a hollow hold. Not moving, but we're gonna wrap that core. Let's do it, here we go. So you decide, do you want those legs a little longer? Lift the shoulders a little more? Do you need to bring the knees in or arms in a little bit? Or do you need just to hold it here or just to hold it here? Your pick, but feel that contraction, zip up that core, hold it for 3, 2, 1, and relax. First circuit is done, team. Roll onto your side. Let's grab some water. Whew. Now, again, we kept it basic, right? But we kept it moving, we progressed, we gave you some options. I hope you felt successful on that round, because no matter what it looked like or felt like, you were. Cheers, y'all. Drink that water. Whew. I want you to feel challenged, and remember something I always say, if it's hard, it's because you're working hard, but I also want you to work to your level. So if you just want to stick with that first exercise, each round, you can do it. Speaking of, watch me here. Now we're going into that hinge pattern, right? We did this, but we're gonna stagger it. So it looks a little bit like the lunge, but instead of here, we're here. We're gonna go down for 2, up for 2. Something I want you to think about is the hinge, slight bend in both knees. You can also touch the top of a bench or a couch, something like that. But we wanna feel that work through here and then stand up straight, push through this leg, all right? It's not a lunge, it's a hinge. All right, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Here we go. Down, 2, push up, 2. As you push through that front leg. You're trying to keep the shoulders back. You're trying to keep that chest open. And think about driving the hips to the back instead of folding forward. Notice what happens. Do you feel that front leg? It looks super simple, but you really feel it when you're getting that hinge. Such an important move, because again, how often are we picking things up off the floor or having to bend over for something? This one is just giving you balance. One more, 3, 2, 1, relax. Felt that, right? So again, it shouldn't be here. You're not just letting yourself drop. We're gonna add the balance in the second round if you want it, but if you need to grab onto the wall, you can. Step back on those train tracks. Hip distance apart, drive your hips to the back as if you're shutting the car door. Let's take it, here we go. Down, 2, up for 2, down, 2, up for 2. Take it up. Breathe. Drive up through that heel. And breathe. 10 seconds, keeping that chest open, shoulders back so we're not hunching. Eyes out in front. Last one, 3, 2, 1, and relax. If you've done that kickstand before, you know you add a little weight to that, or you add balance like we're going to next, you're really gonna feel it even more. All right, meet me on the mat. A few options with this. If you need to take it standing, you can just do here. We're gonna do upper body pull. We did the push with the push up. Now we're pulling with our back. Now, 2 options. You can just do the bird dog from your knees. You're lifting here, squeezing down from the back. If you can, meet me all the way down. We're gonna do swimming, where we're gonna lift to opposite arm, opposite leg. Now, whatever range of motion you get is fine. Don't worry about getting super high. Join me here. Left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg. It is normal for this to be a small lift, right? Don't feel like you have to really hyperextend. That's hard for me too. We're tight in this back, but that's why we want to train for this. If you want to pick up your pace, you can. Do you feel that when you keep those legs lifted or your upper body lifted? We're squeezing all down through the back. Now add the shoulders in that, right? Right here. You don't have to go super fast, but we're just tightening all down through the back of the body. Squeezing the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Stretch it back. We're gonna hang out down here, so hang with me here. That is a tough exercise. Again, don't worry if you didn't get super high with it. I can't either. We just wanna contract those muscles with the pull instead of the push. Now we're gonna take it to a plank. Plank singles, I love these because they're such a great modification. You can do this on the wall or elevated as well. But if you can, we're gonna inhale. As we exhale, we're lifting to the knees, coming up to the toes, then slowly back down. The goal is not to push up through the elbows, not to push up through the knees or the toes, all right? You're using your core to do it. If the knees is right for you, stay there, otherwise to the toes. Here we go, inhale, exhale, lift. Keep going up to those toes, but use your core to do it. And then use your core to slowly lower back down. I love this exercise so much because when you really focus on just using your core to lift to get into that plank position, you're gonna feel it so much. It's a great modification if you're new to exercise or you're getting back into core work. It's a really great postpartum, post-surgery, but it also, you can feel, is a good progression because it's really advanced when you're really using your core to do it. Last one, 3, 2, 1. Stretch it back, team. Make your way back up to your feet. Take your time doing it. And remember, every time we get down and get back up, that is part of the workout, all right? So I really like this coming up this way, but you may have a better way that works for you. All right, we're back to that deadlift. Here's what we've got. If you wanna be by a wall or by some stability, you start in that kickstand motion. You can do just this one, or we're gonna take it single leg. Again, harder than it looks. If you don't feel steady with that, keep that kickstand. If you wanna try it, this foot forward, this leg off the ground. 30 seconds only, here we go. And breathe right here. And here, yes, team. So I've done this a million times, so I know my little tips and tricks to stay balanced, but you'll still see me get off balance. If you feel very unsteady, again, keep the kickstand. You're still gonna feel the back of the leg. Here to here, and you don't have to go all the way down. Just get that hinge, drive up through the heel. Relax, little stretch, right? Feel that. Great exercise, a great way to work your hamstrings when you don't have access to weights, right? Let's take it here. We've got 30 seconds, other side. Here we go, balance. And here, but you guys know if you've done this before, when you add those weights, it's extra challenging. I really like the weighted kickstand too. So find what's best for you. You may have reasons that the single leg is not right for you and you feel that kickstand more. This is totally fine, you're still gonna feel it. Breathe, down, and up. Yes, you can. We're getting close to the end of this workout. Breathe. Last one. Yes. Stretch it out. All right, team, we're back to that upper body pull. Instead of our swimming, we're gonna do a little skydiving. So if you wanna keep it standing, you can take it here, right? Otherwise, we're down on the mat. You can either do knees this way, like a bird dog, skydiving bird dog, or all the way down. 30 seconds, we're gonna squeeze, bring it in. So thumbs together, heels together, and then bring them all to the side. 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, lift, squeeze, and down. So you're lifting and lowering in between. You don't have to hold it up the entire time. But again, I want you to really squeeze in those back muscles, right? Squeeze in your glutes and hamstrings, but especially squeeze back and shoulders, those big muscles along your spine, right? Squeeze, yes, 5 seconds. I know I always feel a little silly, like this looks silly, but man, do I feel it. in my back. Relax, stretch it back. Such a great exercise if you have the time and the space to do that. I know it feels hard to get down on the ground for a lot of us, but challenge yourself to work your way down to that because you will feel it. All right, we are back to those planks. Now, 2 options. You can be on your knees. You can drop the hips this way or all the way up on the toes. We have 30 seconds. We're gonna drop the hips. We're gonna come to the center. If you're a beginner, stay here or even here and drop the hips or take it to the wall. We got 30 seconds, little hip dip, little movement to this plank. Here we go. Find that good plank position. Drop the hip, back to center. Drop the hip. You can bend the knee a little bit too. Sometimes this is a little easier. Again, if you're newer to this, stay on the knees and just drop the hip and come back to center. You can also always go back to those plank singles. That might feel better for you. This one always is challenging for me. It gets all through that deep core, but also that movement through the side abs. Last one, and relax, stretch it back. Whoo. All right, team. Back up onto your feet one more time. I know, up and down, but again, that is how we challenge ourselves. If you've done a lot of my other workouts, I try to keep it where we do a lot of stuff up, then go down, but often we put them in the middle of circuits because again, we get stronger every time we change positions. All right, 20 seconds, here is your hold. You're gonna do an isometric deadlift. You can either hold it here, you can hold it here, or you can hold and do a little lift. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have the wall for balance. So soft bend in both knees, flat back, 20 seconds. You're gonna feel it here, you're gonna feel it here, but find what's better for you. Maybe you wanna be here, or maybe you just wanna hold it in the hinge position. Here we go. Hold, tighten out that leg, little lift if you want. Squeeze. Again, you can be from the ground, squeezing the glutes. You can just be holding here or here. You're still gonna feel it, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake that out, woo, right? I know, it packs a punch even though it's a small movement. Hinge it here, you can hold here, you can hold here, you can do little lifts here or off the ground. 3, 2, 1, nice and tight. Squeeze, so soft bend in both knees. We're not locked out here. And we're squeezing in the glute here, stabilizing in this front leg and in your core. So your core is working really hard as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, right? Stretch that out both sides. Meet me back on the mat. All right, guys, this time we're just gonna hold that lift. So if you were modifying, you're gonna hold one side here. Just hold for 10, hold for 10. If you can with me, we're gonna hold up, and I want you to really pull those elbows in. You have 2 options. You can be here or here, but I'm gonna squeeze in the back here. 20 seconds to hold. Lift the legs, lift that upper body, both or just one. 3, 2, 1, squeeze. I'll tell you when we get to the 10 seconds. If you wanna shift your position, if you're doing the bird dog. In 3, 2, 10 more seconds. You could also go here if you wanna lift, squeeze those feet together. Woo, that's hard, or keep it here, just lift. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax, stretch it back. Woo. Yes, team. Right through here. Last time with our plank, all we're doing is holding. So again, you can be on your knees here holding the plank. You can do those plank singles if that's a better option for you, or just hold for 20. Join me here. Lift with the core. 3, 2, hold. Here we go. If you're starting to feel it in your back or feeling like you're not supported, drop to those knees. Otherwise, some things that will help will be thinking of tucking your pelvis, tightening out in your legs and your glutes, making sure you're breathing all the way through, but that tends to help. So everything's tight in your core, but also in that lower body. So in the shoulders and the back. 3, 2, 1. Stretch it back. Yes, team. Whoo. And breathe. Shake it out right here, little stretch. You did it, team. That's all we got. So if you're here, hang out in that child's pose. Again, the goal of this workout is to really work on those basic movement patterns. We have the squat in our warm-up, but that's another one. But those lunge patterns, those hinges, bring it up onto all fours if you can and roll through your back. So if you're someone who's new to exercise or you're getting back into it, bookmark this workout, come back to it. It will be a great marker, a great way to measure as you get stronger. Slowly roll back onto your feet. Come up halfway. You can either be holding on your legs or the wall or the ground, little pedal of your feet. And if you have been working out for a while, this is a great one to really work on your form, really challenge your mobility, slowly roll it up. I know for me, that's what I noticed on those deadlifts, certainly on the lifts, the swimming, the Superman. I could really work on my mobility on that. I'm still gonna get the strength, I'm gonna still get the work, but I really need to work on the mobility. So wherever you are in your journey, if you're starting out, you're just trying to get strong, if you're trying to get back into a routine, or if you're trying to work on that mobility, or just really get back to basics for your form, these workouts for you. And of course, I have thousands of more for you on the YouTube channel, as well as programs and focus groups over in the BodyFit Athletic Club. Take those arms forward. So definitely leave me a comment, leave me a like. Let me know how you felt after this workout, what you want to see more of. Big stretch here over to the side. Whew. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and join us in the BodyFit Athletic Club. That's where you get all the extras, the nutrition, the focus groups, the extra programs, live streams, Q&As, so much more. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure you get some more stretching on your own and throughout your days. One big deep breath in and out. You did it. That was your body weight strength basics workout. Great job, everybody.